All right, thank you for staying with us now. We're being joined by the online editor of New Telegraph, Michael Abimboye. Thanks for joining us on the
Thanks for
program.
inviting me.
So let's look at it from the perspective of the government. Its officials have not been straightforward or have not been in one position talking about this reinstatement. What do you make of this?
Well, there's nothing to make about it other than the fact that they've not been able to put the house together in one piece. They've been saying different things. They've not there's no synergy between the different offices in the presidency. Where the spokespersons blame the PDP, the essay on prosecution has said no court has found Mr. Maina guilty. So they have the power, they have the rights. They could bring him back to government. So it's a lot of different. They're saying all not coordinated at all, which is very, very bad for the government, and it's putting a mess all over their landscape. Because this is one very big case that would make or mar the president's anti-corruption campaign, which is one of his key promises in the campaign and election. So now they are faced with a big challenge, and they can't even solve it properly or manage the situation rightly, and it's very, very terrible for them.
So we saw this video of the chief of staff and the head of service, during the Federal Executive Council, because we also heard that she said she warned the president about the reinstatement. What do you make of that as well? Because a lot of interpretation has been given to that video. There was no audio to it.
Yeah. But if you can read the lips, you know that you notice that she was telling the chief of staff like I told you this, I told you that. So like she was trying to point out that she has made her point clear in this issue. And although we cannot say it's over the menage, but if it's primarily over the menage, you can sense that she was pointing to that in her memo, in her various meetings with the president, she has made it clear that no, this man can't be brought back. But of course, no audio to, but we cannot say. Well, then again, she's a civil servant, and she has reached the peak of her career. So I think she's not scared of facing either the head of service, either the chief of staff or anybody. So I think she has done quite well coming out to state for like, okay, everybody, this is the true state of the matter, and I think we should commend her for being courageous.
Well, so we also heard that the president asked for a report on it, and it's been submitted to him.
And there's nothing, we've not heard anything about it.
No, he's probably going through it.
How long is it's not a full document, it's not like a 25 pages, or I'm sure it's more than, I think he asked for it just in a page or two. So if it's a page or two, he should have gone through it in less than 2 hours and know it's right thing to do.
He could have had other stuff before that.
I mean, if he asked for it in a day, and he got it in a day. So there's nothing like, and we all know he's working from home, so it's not like he's going to the office or he has that. We all know the man has not been doing too much, like, so he can't say he has not had time to go through over a 2 pages document.
So what do you think could be responsible for the non-action on the...
well, maybe there's some political undertone to, and they're trying to look for a way to settle it out amicably, trying to, and of course, you could also see they're trying to distract Nigerians from it again, bring up a lot of issues. Like there was, like 2 days ago, the Minister for Labour said the president has created 7 million jobs. I mean, where did that go? Even the DG for Bureau Certificate on Twitter didn't even agree with him. So it's so clear that that's another example of not being coordinated. So it translates to almost general across the board of the government, like from the ministerial level to to the SA and all. So it's not like I don't think they're very coordinated. I don't think they're very ready for this government. They're not ready.
Well, that's by the way. But one thing that has also kept coming up is the fact that they say that this is also corruption fighting back. Do you agree?
Well, it's not corruption fighting back because they brought him back. So it's not like someone from the PDP or someone outside. Like there's even a report that this man got protection from the police and the ESS. That this has paid him was paid back. Money was over for these areas. So how is that way for corruption fighting back? They are the one, their own hands bringing back corruption themselves. So it's not like corruption is fighting back. So they should check in within themselves and without the corrupt elements in the government.
Just to wrap it up, what would you want the government to do?
Well, I would expect the government to, particularly Mr. President, to come out straight, fire whoever is in charge of bringing back this man, and because this basically it's going to mar his corruption war. Like if you can go if you can let this slide and without any action at all, I don't think there's any justification for him to try other PDP officials who are being tried for corrupt practices. So I don't think if you can nailed this very, very well, then there's no point trying other PDP guys.
Well, let's see how that will play out in the days to come. Of course, but then Michael Abimboye, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
On the program. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This week's most viewed videos begins with the revelation by President Muhammadu Buhari that he will be appointing more members into the Federal Executive Council.
You know, Toke Makinwa doesn't speak to me anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
From WhatsApp?
Next in fourth is Latasha Ngube, speaking about her relationship with radio host and vlogger Toke Makinwa.
What did you say about her?
And the third spot is taken by the video of the head of the Federal Civil Service having a heated debate with the Chief of Staff to the President minutes before the commencement of the Federal Executive Council meeting.
It's a video without actuality.
Up next is the reaction from the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, to the heated debate.
They could be discussing 1,001 things. You can't just take footage of two people talking and then you begin to interpret and begin to suppose and conjecture what they were discussing.
And this week's most viewed video is that of movie star G-Mike speaking about his relationship with Mr. Adibwa.
Well, there you go. Those were the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week. However, the president has ordered a probe and received a report from his chief of staff. But what Nigerians will be hoping for is that it doesn't take long before recommendations, if any, are left for long before being implemented. Until then, Nigerians will be waiting patiently. And that is where we wrap the program up this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Victor Matthias, and do remember, the conversation doesn't end here. It continues via the social media addresses showing on your screen. Bye for now.